Well, the last remaining communist icon of the Cold War has relinquished his power. After 50 years, Fidel Castro quietly announced he is stepping down as the leader of communist Cuba. It's a move that's both surprising and somewhat expected all at the same time. The dictator has been ill. He even relinquished power to his brother Raul back in 2006. But Fidel's always said he'll lead Cuba until his last breath. Raul Castro, who some say was being groomed for the position, will now take over. It's a day many in America have been waiting for years, while others fear nothing will truly change. WFMZ's Karen Millette is in our Brooks studios now with more on that. Karen.
Wendy, since Castro has not been seen in public since 2006, most Cuban Americans we spoke with are not surprised to hear he is stepping down. And although many don't expect any major changes in the political structure, they are hoping for a change in relations between Cuba and the U.S.
A great deal of that animosity is a personality cult kind of thing. And with the personality gone, I think that there might be room for an opening.
Alberto Castro came to the U.S. from Cuba as a young boy.
November 2nd, 1960. I was 8 going on 9.
Memories of his former home are vivid.
What I remember are the incredibly large disparities in income. I remember sort of terrible poverty, cheek by jowl with incredible wealth.
Now a professor of English at Albright College in Reading, Castro says a Cuba without Castro may mean a new relationship with the U.S.
Cuba has in many ways been opening up for the past 15 years.
Castro's colleague, Professor Elizabeth Kitty, teaches Latin American studies and says the U.S. has been cut off from seeing the changes in Cuba, but that they are happening. She says since the fall of communism, tourism has been on the rise with visitors from Europe and Canada.
There are more than one kind of democracy, and I think we always think of political democracy in terms of freedom of speech, and yet there has been a kind of economic democracy.
The changes have been gradual, but for those who fled Cuba in fear of their lives,
President Castro is no good.
This Reading man who left Cuba in 1980 is still afraid to show his face.
The President Castro is broken everybody, the people Cuban, the hell, you know, it's no good.
Cuban people are undergoing, a rapid period of change. I believe that the more the United States can be open to Cuba and its changes, the better for both countries.
Castro ended his resignation letter, which was online, saying, quote, "This is not my farewell to you. My only wish is to fight as a soldier in the battle of ideas. Perhaps my voice will be heard," end quote. Wendy, back to you.
Thanks, Karen.